love when a company says one thing, then turns around and does another. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. Companies will do monkey see, monkey do. If one company gets away with something, every other company in that same field will go ahead and try to follow it and squeeze out every penny from you they possibly can. Nintendo said, we're going to charge $80 for video games. What did Xbox do? They said they're going to charge $80 for video games and then walked everything back. Xbox raised the price of their consoles. What did PlayStation do? They raised the price of their consoles. What did Nintendo do? The exact same thing. And no, don't try to blame tariffs. That's already been debunked multiple times as well. And now what we're seeing happen is Xbox is moving into what they would consider to be the platform war instead of the console war. And what is PlayStation doing now? The exact same thing. Literally the exact same thing. Now, before we get started, remember how a few months back, Xbox had this entire no console required marketing campaign and people went off on them. I'm talking about people lost their absolute minds about the entire thing, saying how Xbox doesn't know what they're doing, saying things like, how on earth would you ever try to stream your games from a server to your TV or another device? That's not a good way to play video games. That doesn't make any sense at all. You have to have a console. There's no other way around it. If you don't have a console, you can't play video games, even though PC gaming has done way more, a lot more. Doesn't matter. These guys are stuck in just one dimension their entire lives. Well, it turns out PlayStation is starting to do the exact same thing. No PS5 required, by the way. According to PlayStation on Twitter, cloud streaming officially arrives on PlayStation Portal today. PS Plus Premium members can now stream select digital PS5 games in their library, in addition to hundreds of compatible games from Game Catalog and Classics Catalog. Now, I have always been incredibly critical of the PlayStation Portal. In fact, I've called it an actual waste of sand because really, it's just an Android tablet that has the PlayStation OS running on it. You're just streaming games to it. That's pretty much what it is. It's a remote play device that you can use with anything to remotely play your video games. You didn't have to buy a Portal to make that happen. You could do it on Steam with just your cell phone, remote play into your PC or even your Steam Deck. You don't need an actual Steam branded device to do that. Simply just the app and you're good to go. So it was $200 for nothing. But the thing is, now for $200, you also get access to their entire cloud infrastructure. Almost every game that you can buy on the PlayStation Store has the ability to go through and be able to be streamed from the cloud to your actual PlayStation Portal device. Or what's even funnier is you don't even need a PS Portal. You could do it right on your PC through the PS Plus app. Even funnier, you could just install the PS Plus app onto your Xbox ROG Ally X and then stream your PlayStation games onto your Xbox and then never have to buy a PlayStation console ever again. Look, I'm just taking the piss out on that one, but I think it's just really funny how the entire no console required marketing for Xbox was a total trash fire, but this is honestly okay, even though they're doing basically the exact same thing. But let's continue though, shall we? According to the PlayStation blog, cloud streaming unlocks new ways to play. Enjoy a game side by side with a friend who's using your PS5 under a separate account, or stream your favorite game while someone else watches a movie on the console. Cloud streaming also makes it easier to enjoy PS5 games on the go at a hotel, cafe, friend's place, or anywhere else with a high-speed internet Wi-Fi connection, since you can keep playing even when your PS5 console back home is powered off or is in use by another account. Boy, that sounds to me like no console required at all, honestly. And really, there's a big reason why I'm talking about this. It's mostly because people have been doubting me, dare I say, denying me about what's going to be happening in the future with video games. The console wars are effectively over, and not because Halo is going to PlayStation 5. In fact, you guys are going to get the worst version of Halo you're ever going to play. Imagine finally getting Halo on PlayStation and it's a 343 Halo. Y'all are really going to learn what real disappointment actually is, because holy shit. But again, we're not doing the console war anymore. We're moving towards what I would consider to be called the platform war, where now it's going to be dictated what platform you sign into in order to play your games. There's a reason why PlayStation is doing this. They're not doing it because of the goodness of their hearts for you to play more games. No, they're doing it because they want to make you sticky in their ecosystem, to spend more money on their storefront, to go ahead and keep buying whatever peripherals titles they want you to buy on the side to keep you as a customer, because they know if you saw what Xbox was doing and you said, wait, $30 a month, any device, anywhere. Ooh, that seems pretty good. And they don't have a counter offer to that actual cloud streaming service. There could be a big issue and a loss of customer loyalty and even customer money in the first place. That's what they're fighting for. The attention economy is in full force, baby. They're going to be fighting for every single minute of your time, making you want to go ahead and boot that app up on your phone before going anywhere else, making you want to go ahead and use your portal to play your games and stream them even when you really can't. Because like we've talked about with the EA CEO, time spent into a game correlates into a one-to-one of money spent as well. You're going to be seeing more companies trying to keep you locked in and keep you fed while you're going through and giving them more cash on the minute and on the back end. And the funniest thing about all of that is, if you look at the games that are available for cloud streaming, the list is actually pretty huge, especially when you already purchased the game digitally on PlayStation's own storefront. Games like The Last of Us, Ghost of Yotei, even Ninja Gaiden 4, God of War Ragnarok. Very few games aren't available for streaming on the PS Plus Premium membership if you want to do it on any other kind of device. You simply just go ahead and buy the game and then stream it with that service, and that's exactly what PlayStation is looking to do. But you see, cloud streaming on the portal and other devices isn't where PlayStation is stopping. It looks like the next place they're going to be trying to compete may be on PC, and against a juggernaut they really don't understand or expect in Steam. According to Insider Gaming, a PS5 and PC buy option has been discovered and verified. Wait, hold on. Here's what you're telling me right now. It turns out that it's been verified and proven correctly that the possibility of PlayStation having cross-buy and cross-ownership functionality between multiple platforms could be a thing coming into the future. Boy, I wonder where I've also heard something like that before. Geez, where else could you buy a video game and then have access to it across multiple places and platforms, regardless of whatever you're playing on, as long as you buy it in one storefront specifically? Oh, I'm sure nobody else came up with that idea before. It's just so weird and quirky and new, right? Right. Yeah, we're basically just copying the entire thing that Xbox has been doing, where if you buy your game on the Xbox PC app, you can also have it available on the console, or the other way around. Basically, what I think is going to be happening with this is right now you may in fact be seeing PlayStation gear up for having a PC store launcher. And this is going to be the funniest thing to happen as well, because if they try to pull this off, then they're going to get a really rude wake-up call as to what is in fact going to be happening on the PC platform. As if they haven't learned their lesson about PC gamers already. It's going to be something, let me tell you. According to Insider Gaming's article saying, quote, "For the longest time, Xbox and PC owners have been able to enjoy cross-buy purchases, meaning you can buy a game on Xbox and also play the title on PC and vice versa. If a new report is accurate, PC players might be about to get the best of both worlds." News first broke on November 4th that new symbols had been discovered in the PlayStation Store's files. The initial findings came from an X account, Amethyst. They said, "New symbols will be added soon, website and tool, but here are some nice new features from PlayStation. Yes, some are old, others are unseen. A kind of echo mode, PS5 PC games, and cross-buy." Now, this could be absolutely huge because, again, we're going back to what I would consider to be called the platform wars for your time and for your money. In fact, here is the actual tweet from Amethyst himself with the symbols as well. As you can see, the information saying cross-buy and PS5 PC are pretty much close together. My guess is you're not going to be seeing cross-buy between Xbox and PlayStation, but you'll be seeing it between PS5 and PC. This, to me, as a pure guess, by the way, total speculation, is that PlayStation may in fact be launching a PlayStation PC app. There's already one for PS Plus on PC as well, even though it doesn't even really work all the time, and there are a bunch of issues with it, with connecting and even just saying you're in the wrong country when you're in the right country. But either way, they got a lot of work to do on that end. But the problem is, I think what they're trying to be going after isn't trying to get PC gamers away from Xbox. It's them trying to get PC gamers away from Steam. And honestly, this could be a way for them to get into the PC market, even though I feel like they're totally going to fuck it up completely. Just like when they required PC users on Steam to log into their PSN network in order to play Helldivers 2. People who bought the game and were playing it for multiple weeks were unable to play it afterwards because of PlayStation fucking the entire thing up. And I think that's where things are going to get really sticky, and how they try to approach the situation in the first place. Because if they walk in and think they're just going to run the entire show, they've got another thing coming, because even by doing nothing, Steam apparently tends to win. Because according to PC Gamer, as Amazon's game business crumbles, the public is surprised to discover that it was trying to compete with Steam all this time. That's right, even juggernauts like Amazon, who've been trying to compete with Steam while Valve literally just sits back and does nothing, had their entire gaming infrastructure completely crumble under the weight of trying to play catch up and even compete in the first place. This is going to be an absolute disaster, because people do not understand, and corporations do not understand, what makes Steam such a viable competitor in the PC gaming space. Juggernauts like Xbox and Microsoft are trying to compete with Steam. Satya Nadella said it himself that he saw in the PC landscape that Steam is basically ubiquitous with PC gamers, and even then he's trying to capitalize and take some kind of market share from that. Also, not to mention the fact that Steam has their own OS coming out soon and is pushing Linux, while Linux is going through and capturing even more market pressure and even more market share than Satya would in fact even like to admit. But the thing is this, watching Xbox still fumble and drop the ball on the PC gaming landscape with their own app, and then seeing the potential of PlayStation doing the exact same thing, walking in with cross-buy entitlements, really could show a couple of things going on down the line. Number one, buying your game on the console could in fact give you cross-buy entitlement onto PC, which would in fact be great through their own PlayStation PC app, which would be nice to see how they kind of work that out. On the second thing though, the reason why I feel that PlayStation PC app is going to be coming out sooner than you think is mostly because we've seen so many other things already lead to it. The actual PlayStation sign-in through games like Stellar Blade or even Helldivers 2. The fact that there is DualSense applications for your PC to customize and even update your DualSense. If you don't have a PlayStation console, you can do it on your PC as well. The PS Plus app on your PC on top of that to stream those games from the cloud to your PC without any console required. The next logical step would be for PlayStation to make that PC app, which would lead then into the final strategy of everything, is putting their games day and date onto the PC platform. And that would be the funniest day of all days, because every single thing that PlayStation has set up to that point, to every single fanboy and every talking head pundit talking about PlayStation, would be caught in the crossfire. Either stand on their own 2 feet and deny what PlayStation is doing, or buckle down and be the fanboy that we know that they are, and talking about how great of an idea this is for PlayStation to do to capture more market share and even compete on the platform side. You know, everything that we've been talking about on this channel already? Yeah, that's man, it's going to be a real funny day to see, isn't it? But I will say this, however, I think that if this is actually true and you do have cross-buy entitlements between different platforms, that's going to be a good thing for you as a consumer and customer, especially if you are someone who plays primarily on PlayStation and wants to dabble into getting themselves a ROG Xbox Ally X and streaming their games on there, or even going through and having access on their portal, or playing their games across streaming with any other device as well. This is only going to breed better competition for you as a customer and consumer by having these different options and choices, not relegating you down to one piece of plastic to be locked away in some kind of walled garden where you can only buy one kind of product from one kind of store, and that's the only place you can buy things from. I know there are a ton of people who want that to be the same way as it's always been, but that's not the case anymore. We're no longer living in the 90s and 2000s. It is 2025, where game companies can no longer survive off of you just buying a few million copies of an exclusive they spent hundreds of millions of dollars on. It doesn't work that way anymore. Now they're going to be putting every game on every platform, and whether they like it or not, whether fanboys like it or not, you're going to be having to go through and have more people try to buy your game, sign up to your service, or play your game, and spending more time to spend more microtransaction money inside of your service that they possibly ever can. And that's where the real money is going to be made. And I can hear the exact arguments coming at me right now. Well, Alex, what about Nintendo? Well, you know what? Nintendo should be doing the exact same thing. Those games should be onto the PC platform and even other consoles as well. I know, sacrilege. How could you, Alex? Why on earth would you do that? Well, number one, because I have a Switch 1 and honestly, I don't want to play it. The frame rate's terrible, it doesn't run well, and the games I emulate on my ROG Ally X and my Steam Deck run infinitely better than they would in the actual native hardware. So no, I don't want that kind of experience. And number two, the game company should be coming to where I am as a customer, not me going to them. And I feel like that's a bigger problem with all of this, especially in the gaming space. For some reason, we give these corporations and companies such a massive pass of not them trying to acquiesce to us, the customers and consumers that have the money that they so desperately crave. Instead, we bend to them. And that's really not how it should be. And if you're doing that, take a page out of the PC Master Race playbook and stop doing it. The company should bend to your will. PC gamers made PlayStation bend before, and they'll make them do it again. And we've talked about this. Games went from 4 years too late on PC to 2 years to 1 year, now 6 months, and I guarantee at some point soon, day and date on PC. And it's going to be better for you as a customer and consumer, and better for the company because they'll have a bigger market share to pull from and more people to buy their games on. And that's really the entire thing of all of this. Watching PlayStation walking the exact same steps of Xbox, just going through and saying, oh, they made a mistake there, we'll twist it over here, has got to be the funniest thing to see out of all of this. These game companies do exactly what you expect them to do. They simply follow each other and do everything else they do, but they'll put their own little twist on it as well. The biggest amount of copycats you've honestly ever seen. And if today's news doesn't strike that to you, then I don't know, in fact, what will. The console wars are over. We're now in the platform wars, and baby, things are gonna get really weird. So with all that being said, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this in the comments section down below. Are you excited about PlayStation's no console required marketing, or are you still stuck in that old time frame? I want to hear what you guys have to say. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, more PC port reviews, gaming news, Steam Deck videos, my hot takes in the gaming industry, and even live streams every Saturday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 97K. And I just want to say thank you guys so very much. If you want Discord access or emotes during live streams, become a YouTube member. It's as low as $1. If you don't want to spend the buck, don't sweat it. Just come on down Saturday nights, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, while I live stream to about 700 people, getting insulted with AITTS, wearing a banana costume, and then using a AI voice changer to make myself sound like an anime waifu dami mami. Yeah, it's a hell of a show, trust me. With all that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you gooners next time. Peace!